इवनिंग एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू UFC 257 प्रेडिक्शंस। जिन्होंने पार्ट 1 नहीं देखा, जहाँ पे हमने मैग्रेगर वर्सेस पोरिये का प्रेडिक्शन दिया था, एक बार जाके चेक कर लेना, मेरे ही चैनल में है। वैसे मेरे साथ ज्वाइन हुआ है अर्नव।
Hi guys.
एंड नाउ लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द co-main event of this pay-per-view, डैन हुकर वर्सेस माइकल चैंडलर। वैसे लास्ट फाइट तक आई वाज a bit of a hater of Dan Hooker. I didn't like the fighter as such for many reasons. One of them was क्योंकि he always used to get a higher opponent regardless of whether he used to win or lose. उसका career I can't question. He's a very very tough fighter. मैंने इसको देखना चालू किया था from Edson Barboza का fight, where Edson Barboza manhandled him for 3 rounds and then third round के end में with a punch to the body he knocked him out. And at that point of time when I saw him, I had a lot of respect for him. I thought he was a very tough guy. Eventually जब मैंने उसका next fight देखा, James Vick, he knocked him out in first round. Then Al Iaquinta, it's generally he started sounding more cocky and still it's like whether he won or lost, James Vick was a step up for him at that point of time, जहाँ पे Vick was ranked I believe in the top 10 and Hooker got an opportunity through him. Same with Al Iaquinta. Iaquinta was ranked way higher and he eventually won the fight, so we can't even question that. Paul Felder fight, मुझे frankly लगा था कि Paul Felder won the fight and no, like at some point I started respecting the fighter. Okay, he's not just a guy with a punching power, he's having legit skills, because he was able to take down Paul Felder and hold him down in the later rounds where he actually was fatigued. And then as we all know, Dustin Poirier के साथ उसका fight हुआ था. The call out was very 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 cocky. Dustin Poirier, I'm gonna smash your face in, ऐसा बोला था उसने. एंड डस्टिन पोरियर का फाइट जब हुआ था, मुझे तो फ्रैंकली लगा था डस्टिन विल completely dominate him. There will be no question कि ये fight will be close because Dustin का skills are legit really good. And then Dan Hooker surprised me. That's when I realized कि this guy is not just a striker, not just a guy with punching, how do I say, he is a very very good kickboxer. उसका kickboxing skills का actual idea मुझे आया after he fought Dustin Poirier. And वो जब देखते हैं तो I generally like body type wise मुझे लगता है कि he is a little proportionate नहीं है, उसका hands थोड़ा ज़्यादा heavy है, all those things. But when he fights like a proper martial artist. वो ground पे भी जब जाता है, he usually gets tired in the later rounds, but he is never out of it. He has fought 2 continuous 5-round fights, both to a decision, both very very close fights. एक वो जीता, एक वो हारा. And Dustin Poirier के साथ जो fight था, it was fight of the year almost. And he had him hurt for the first 2 rounds. Second round पे almost ऐसा लगा था कि Dustin Poirier will get finished. And अगर उस दिन Dustin Poirier finish हो गया होता, तो probably आज जो थोड़ी देर में मेन इवेंट होने वाला है वो होता नहीं. So that's so basically in general, from a person who used to dislike Dan Hooker, this fight I'm relatively leaning towards that guy. And I found a new guy to hate on. That's Michael Chandler. For not many reasons, because I'm a Tony fan and he kind of ruined a lot of things for Tony this year by being a negotiation breaker with Dustin and Tony wala fight. Everything for not exactly harming people, for his own benefit. Like he also then called out Tony and then eventually December में fight करने के लिए बोला था, and जब December का time आता, he said कि I'm not ready, I have just cut weight. No, I understand that he had his reasons, but right now I hate this guy. वैसे all hate aside, Michael Chandler is a really good fighter. he has a lot of credentials. Arnav, would you like to say a bit more about him?
Right. So yeah, Michael Chandler is one of the best wrestlers in the UFC right now, competing in 155. After Khabib is retired, his wrestling credentials are matched by cannot be matched in that division. I think there's not a better wrestler than him, and he would have been a really good matchup with Khabib if they had fought. But that fight would never
Acha.
happen, in my opinion. So yeah, and about the striking, he's very heavy with his punches. Very less volume, but very heavy. So he packs a lot of power in his punches, and like any other wrestler, जैसा एक ओवर राइट हैंड इसका बहुत पॉपुलर है जो ये कबीब ने कॉर्नर को किया था UFC 229 में. So इसका the same thing you can expect from Chandler. He would fake a takedown and probably go with the over right hand, and it could damage Hooker. So yeah, अच्छा stylistical match है पे दोनों की तरफ से. Even Hooker does counter him in a lot of ways.
वैसे all jokes aside, obviously it's not a proper hate as such, but अगर Twitter में देखेंगे, people are hating on this guy a lot because एक तो what position I was talking about, Dan Hooker was in. He was getting all the fights regardless of he was winning or losing. Michael Chandler directly before his debut got a title contention. He was one of the backup fighters. अगर Gaethje and Khabib में कोई निकल जाता, he would have got the title shot.
Yeah, that I disagreed on.
Yeah, and then there were several call-outs, like RDA ने call out किया था, और भी लोगों ने call out किया था, and there are some fighters, like I said, Tony, where he had called them out first, and then he kind of uh, acted like they are not a priority at the moment or something like that. So there is a lot of hate at the moment for him by people. Obviously Bellator से आया है, he doesn't deserve it, all those things होता है, ऐसे feeling है. But like Arnav said, these both might be playing heel characters in Twitter live, but fight-wise, these people are very exciting. Both are very exciting. And Dan Hooker का fight style in general, I have to appreciate his chin because he has taken so many shots with like many people. Gilbert Burns वाला fight भी देखा था, Dustin Poirier का fight था. Even ऐसा लग रहा था कि Edson Barboza के साथ जो body shot KO हुआ था, if it would have been head strikes, probably would have survived and went to the decision. Who knows? And let's just move on to the prediction. I would say for my prediction कि I'm going towards Dan Hooker because in general, when you look at them also, Dan Hooker is a taller fighter. He has much more reach in his arms. And Israel Adesanya का teammate है, and that is clearly rubbing off on him. In his recent fights अगर देखेंगे, तो his striking has improved a lot. He is able to move and time his shots really well. And ground में भी जब जा रहा है, he is able to uh, stand on his own. He is able to survive there. Like Arnav said कि Michael Chandler is a very good wrestler, and अगर Michael Chandler tries to grapple him, it might become a striker versus grappler situation, and I don't know then what happens because 3 rounds है. But I feel कि there is a sense of urgency for Michael Chandler कि he is also saying मैं कबीब को impress करना चाहता हूँ, मैं बाकी लोगों को show करना चाहता हूँ कि मैं कितना अच्छा हूँ. It's telling me कि he'll try to strike, he'll try to go for a knockout, and knocking Dan Hooker out seems very unlikely because nobody has knocked him out via head strikes yet in his career. And seeing how tough he is, I don't see that happening. Meanwhile, Michael Chandler might get hit when there is a very heated trade-off. That's what I believe. Probably a KO, TKO, or a decision loss. That's what I'm predicting. What about you, Arnav?
Yeah. So I see this fight going in Chandler's favor. It's like a 70-30 for me. I think Chandler would take this fight. Dan Hooker is when during a scramble he gets too excited and makes a lot of mistakes. I've seen that in the Poirier fight. He has quite a lot of loopholes in his striking game. He does also overcome it at times when he's not supposed to. He's just supposed to just play defensive, but he still overcommits. Then, well, and a good thing about Chandler is that he's a wrestler, so he knows his striking is not. So he would be very selective with his striking. So if Hooker overcommits like he does usually, Chandler would punish him. Not exactly. He could punish him, and he could leg kick him. Sorry, Hooker could leg kick him. There are other scenarios also playing out, but mostly I'd see this fight then going to the ground and Chandler doing some ground and pound. Yeah,
Okay.
so yes, in a scramble also, I don't see Hooker clearly winning because of those striking loopholes that he has. He would have an advantage, but he would
So
be.
would it go to a decision, you believe, or
Yeah, it would be a more because it's a 3 round fight. It could go a decision, or yeah, like 90% it would go a decision. 10% something weird would happen. Hooker knocks out Chandler maybe,
okay,
or yeah, a lot of things can happen. So I'm going with Chandler on this one.
right? Okay. And I had an idea that you would go towards Chandler. So let's just hope for a good fight because Khabib is watching out apparently from Dana's side. And
I also hope that Chandler shows up because he has been inactive for quite a long time. So I don't exactly know if he does fight the same way he used to, like before. Even if he's like the last
right.
time he fought in Bellator, if that person shows up, he will still do good.
Yeah. वैसे बाकी फाइट्स के बारे में आई वुड नॉट लाइक टू प्रेडिक्ट एज सच बट जेसिका वर्सेस जोआन कार्डोवुड वाला फाइट जो है दे हैव अ लॉट ऑफ बीफ बिटवीन देम सिंस अ लॉन्ग टाइम जोआन कार्डोवुड वाज कॉलिंग जेसिका आउट की जब भी उसका वेट कट प्रॉब्लम्स हो रहा था देयर वाज अ लॉट ऑफ बैक एंड फोर्थ बिटवीन देम एंड जेसिका recently had a gallbladder surgery. She had to get her gallbladder removed, and she mentioned that as main reason why she was not able to wait for last 2 fights. There were a lot of health issues, and she's finally back healthy. So both, if we have to see, like Jessica was a number 1 contender for a long time when she lost to Valentina Shevchenko, and even after that. And Joanne Calderwood was actually going to fight for the title against Valentina, but she went on and lost to Jennifer Maia. So both are kind of looking for a title shot. Joanne Calderwood might be a little more hungry, but let's see how it plays out. Then there is one more fight, and this is one fight I'm very interested in. Amanda Ribas is like a international crush right now for the UFC fan. बहुत लोग अमांडा हिबास का स्माइल, सब उसका लाफिंग एटीट्यूड जो भी है, जॉयफुल एटीट्यूड, उस पे फिदा है. एंड आजकल लाइक मैंने देखा अभी जब ऑड्स देखा तो इट्स लाइक 3-1 का ऑड है ऑलरेडी. दे आर बिलीविंग कि अमांडा हिबास गेट्स इट डन, बट आई एम अ बिग मरीना रॉड्रिगेज फैन and I've seen her fight since Cynthia Calvillo, and she's improved not just her striking, she's probably one of the better strikers in the division. Along with that, she's also improved a lot on her grappling. So Amanda Ribas is clearly a better grappler. Marina Rodriguez is, I believe, a better striker. I'm very interested to see कि इसमें क्या होता है. I'm picking Marina Rodriguez to win because she's one of my favorite fighters, but it will be interesting to see. इसके अलावा there is one last fight which I'm very interested to talk about. Arman Tsarukyan is back. If anyone knows, UFC जब रशिया गया था, there was a match Arman Tsarukyan versus Islam Makhachev, and Islam was clearly favored to win. Arman was relatively a newcomer in UFC. He had his debut at that time, and nobody expected much from him. But जो grappling fight हुआ था, it was very very beautiful. If you guys have not watched it, wrestling wise that's one of the best matches you can watch in UFC. And उसके जो next 2 fights है दोनों wrestling related ही हैं. Grappling भी उसका बहुत अच्छा है. He went on to decision in both, but Davi Hamus वाला fight you can say was very very, not just grappling wise, it was very good striking wise also. He showed a lot in his arsenal which he had never shown before. पहले ऐसा लगता था कि he's just a good wrestler, in his first two UFC fights, but the third UFC fight, he looked much more complete. One complaint I have is he missed weight, and there is a big issue which happened. Otman Azaitar करके एक fighter था. He was undefeated and he had a lot of KO wins in UFC. He violated some rules in Fight Island and he had to be not just escorted out, but they cut him from UFC. So that's something very unusual which happens. And Arman Sarukan का भी जो opponent था, he got sick. So Matt Frevola, who was supposed to fight Otman Azaitar, is now fighting Arman Sarukan. Matt Frevola is having a decent record, but no notable win as such. He is relatively a fresher fighter whom we don't have much info about, but I'm rooting for Arman Sarukan. Let's see how that prospect moves forward. And I believe that's all for this card. Let me just remind once again, prelims start at 6:30. Early prelims will be at 5:30. I don't know if anyone will be awake at that time, but main card will be starting at 8:30 a.m. Starting with Marina Rodriguez versus Rama Dahibas, and co-main event might be starting around 11:20, 11:15. तब से अगर if you will be awake, like you'll be able to watch. If you switch on Sony 10.2 or Sony Live, you'll be able to catch these fights and enjoy the fights for this weekend. Let's meet directly for the 7th February event, Alistair Overeem versus Alexander Volkov. तब तक के लिए enjoy the fights. Bye.
Take care. Have a good one.